If you want to be successful, learn from the other people's mistakes. Don't learn from the successful stories. No matter how smart you are, you will encounter these mistakes. You learn from mistakes not because you will be able to avoid mistakes. You will able to, when these mistakes come, this suffer comes, you know how to deal with it, how to face it. In my life, it's not how much we achieved, it's how much we gone through the tough days and mistakes.
Let's be real for a second. When most people hear the word millionaire, they picture some tech genius, a lottery winner, or someone who inherited a fortune. Not someone like them. But here's the truth. Over 560,000 new millionaires were created in the US just last year, and most of them self-made. No fame, no fancy Ivy League degrees, just smart moves done consistently. So the question isn't, can you become a millionaire? It's, will you follow the plan to get there? Because becoming a millionaire isn't about luck or being born into wealth. It's about a mindset shift, a strategy, and the discipline to play the long game. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 10-step blueprint that anyone, yes, even you, can follow to reach that first $1 million. Think of this as your personal millionaire GPS. Every step you take is going to move you closer to the destination. Financial freedom. No fluff, no gimmicks, just the real stuff the 1% actually do, distilled down into a plan you can start today. So whether you're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or just tired of feeling behind while everyone else seems to be getting ahead, this video is your turning point. Ready to stop wishing and start building? Let's dive in. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you want to become a millionaire, it doesn't start with money, it starts with you. 97% of self-made millionaires believe they control their own destiny. That means no more blaming the economy, your boss, your upbringing, or bad luck. Millionaires don't wait for permission. They take responsibility and action. It's mindset before money. Start by asking yourself, what does $1 million even mean to me? Is it freedom, time, security for your family? Good. Now put a deadline on it. Clarity turns daydreams into goals. But here's where most people mess up. They want fast money, quick wins, instant success. That's not how millionaires are built. This is a long game, a slow, steady climb. You'll need patience, grit, and vision. And to live like no one else, you've got to think like no one else. That means leveling up your knowledge, read the books, follow the experts, learn how money actually works, because the more you know, the more control you gain over your future. This isn't hype, it's your foundation. Without the mindset, every dollar you earn will slip through your fingers. With it, you'll turn small steps into massive progress. So before we talk numbers, investments, or side hustles, decide to think like a millionaire, because the first million is made in your mind. Let me hit you with a reality check. If you can't manage $1,000, you won't magically manage $1 million. Money doesn't change your habits, it amplifies them. Here's the millionaire secret most people ignore. Over 90% of millionaires live on less than they make, and they stick to a budget. Not because they have to, but because that's how they got there. Start by knowing where every dollar goes. Not kinda sorta guessing, actually tracking it. Rent, groceries, that random Amazon splurge at 1 a.m., all of it. Use a spreadsheet, an app, a notebook, whatever works. Because what you don't track, you can't control. Then comes the hard part, needs versus wants. Sure, that $6 daily latte feels small, but stack it up, $180 a month, over $2,000 a year. Add in those 5 unused streaming services, boom, you're leaking money without realizing it. Even the ultra-wealthy know this game. Warren Buffett, yes, the Warren Buffett, still lives in the same modest home he bought in 1958. And 93% of millionaires, they still use coupons when they shop. Why? Because frugality isn't being cheap, it's being smart. Here's the truth. Becoming rich isn't about looking rich. It's about creating room to invest, to grow, to build wealth. And that room Start with your budget. Millionaires don't hope they have money left over at the end of the month. They plan for it. They control it. And if you want to join them, you've got to start living like them. Budget like a boss, spend with intention, and remember, every dollar you don't waste is a soldier in your wealthy army. This is the discipline that separates the dreamers from the doers. And step by step, you're already starting to look a lot more like a millionaire. Let me tell you something that might blow your mind. Saving money isn't just a good habit, it's millionaire DNA. 94% of self-made millionaires saved at least 20% of their income early on. Not when they were rich, not when they got a raise, but when they were just getting started, just like you. They didn't treat saving like an optional luxury, they treated it like rent. I like food, like a non-negotiable bill, and that's exactly what you need to do. Before the fun, before the spending, you pay yourself first. Here's the cheat code: automate it. Every paycheck, a portion slides quietly into your savings or investment account before you even see it. No willpower, no decision fatigue, just consistent, unstoppable progress happening in the background. Think of it like a stealth wealth builder. While others are mindlessly spending, you're stacking. And before you go investing it all, make sure you've got your safety net, an emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses, tucked into a high-yield savings account you can tap if life throws a curveball, because it will. This fund is your financial firewall. It keeps you from sliding into debt, panicking during a job loss, or liquidating your investments at the worst time. Most people save what's left over. Millionaires? They save first and spend what's left. So here's your mission: automate, protect, and prioritize. Because when saving becomes effortless, building wealth becomes inevitable. Let's talk about the silent wealth killer that's draining millions of dreams every single day. High-interest debt, specifically credit card debt. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how hard you work or how much you earn, if you're buried under 20% interest, you're spinning your wheels. Here's the cold truth. 1 in 4 Americans carrying a balance on their credit cards owe $10,000 or more. That's not just a balance, it's a financial anchor dragging your future down. Want to build wealth? You have to break free. Start by getting crystal clear on what you owe and to whom. Then choose your weapon: debt avalanche. Pay off the highest interest rates first, saving you the most money in the long run. Debt snowball. Start with the smallest balance. Build momentum and confidence with quick wins. Pick your strategy and attack it with intensity. Sell stuff, cut expenses, work a side hustle, whatever it takes. This isn't just about money, it's about reclaiming your power. And once you're out, stay out. Avoid new consumer debt like it's toxic, because it is. No just this one-time purchases. No swiping for short-term comfort. You're building long-term freedom now. Think of every dollar of debt you eliminate as a raise you give yourself. Money that can now go to savings, investing, and building your future. Millionaires don't carry high-interest debt. They eliminate it, fast and never go back. And now, so do you. Here's the closest thing to magic in the world of money: compound interest. Albert Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world, and millionaires use it like rocket fuel. Let this sink in. If you invest just $100 a month starting at age 20 with a 4% return compounded monthly, you could have over $151,000 by age 60. Start 10 years later, you'll need to invest twice as much just to try and catch up. Time amount. Every year you wait costs you more than you think. So what do smart future millionaires do? They start now, even if it's small. And they begin with retirement accounts, 401ks, especially if your employer offers matching. That's free money. And IRAs for those sweet tax advantages. Then comes the power move. Automate your investments. Set it and forget it. Monthly contributions into a diversified portfolio. Let your money work while you sleep. Want proof it works? Nearly half of all millionaires invest in the stock market, and the average portfolio, it's sitting at 949, 2 over 8. They didn't get lucky, they got consistent. And here's the best part: you don't need to be an expert. You just need to be early, consistent, and disciplined. So while others are spending mindlessly, you're investing intentionally. And years from now, when your money has multiplied quietly in the background, you'll be so glad you started today. This is where wealth takes root. Now get ready, because step 7 is all about protecting that growing empire. You've started investing, great. But here's how millionaires protect and multiply their wealth. They diversify. Let's start simple. Stocks and bonds. You don't need to pick the next Tesla. Start with index funds or target date funds that spread your money across hundreds of companies. It's automatic diversification and smart rebalancing, wealth building on autopilot. Want to go a little deeper? Look at companies like Lucid Group in the electric vehicle space. Speculative? Yes. But some analysts call them potential millionaire makers, especially with bold moves like partnering with Uber. Then there's real estate, a powerhouse for passive income and long-term equity. Take Julie and Dave. They started with just $16,000, bought their first rental property, and Julie retired at 31 as a real estate millionaire. Leverage, rental cash flow, appreciation. It works. You can even explore other asset classes, commodities, REITs, or small business ventures. But here's the golden rule. Invest in what you understand and do your homework. Because millionaires don't gamble, they strategize. Want to keep more of what you earn? Learn how to play the tax game like the wealthy do. Start with tax-advantaged accounts, 401ks, IRAs, HSAs. Max them out. They're like secret tunnels that let your money grow faster without getting chopped down by Uncle Sam. Next, learn tax loss harvesting, a savvy move where you sell losing investments to offset gains elsewhere. It's like financial judo. And as your net worth grows, don't DIY. Bring in a tax strategist or financial advisor who knows the loopholes you don't. Because minimizing taxes isn't cheating, it's just playing smarter. You've built something valuable. Now it's time to protect it like a fortress. Get the right insurance, health, life, disability, property. One accident, one illness, and it could all come crashing down if you're not covered. Next, estate planning. A will, trusts, power of attorney. It's not just for the ultra-wealthy, it's how you make sure your money goes where you want on your terms. And most importantly, stay alert. Avoid get-rich-quick traps. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Real wealth grows slow, steady, and smart. Finally, revisit your plan often. Life changes, so should your strategy. Because millionaires don't just build wealth, they safeguard it. Here's what may surprise you most. The happiest millionaires don't just count their money, they share it. In 2022, people earning over $10 million gave away nearly half of all charitable donations, over $55.9 billion. Empower 2025. Giving back keeps you grounded, grateful, and growing in ways money alone never will. And don't forget mentorship. Helping others rise is the most fulfilling ROI there is. Because real wealth, it's not just about the cars, the houses, or the commas in your bank account. It's about freedom, impact, and legacy. Here's the truth. Becoming a millionaire isn't about being born lucky. It's about disciplined decisions, relentless consistency, and playing the long game with your money. The average US millionaire is 61, but the average first-time millionaire, just 37. That means you're not too late. You might be right on time. So whether you're 18 or 48, this isn't just a video, this is your blueprint. Rewatch it, share it, act on it. Because the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is right now.